This is the most unlucky man in the world. He just slept on the plane and found out that his country had been bombed after landing. The visa and currency have become invalid and the flight back home has also been cancelled. He doesn't know what happened due to language barriers. The airport manager demonstrated the situation to him with potato chips and his country was destroyed by a bomb. So the man was detained at the airport with absolute freedom but no right to leave. The supervisor originally thought that the man would sneak away and be taken away by the guards so that the trouble could be easily solved. But the man chose to stay at the airport, piecing together chairs into a bed and even mistaking the plane lights for armed militants to capture. The supervisor saw that the promotion was imminent and didn't want the man to cause any accidents, so he set a trap and pretended to reveal that there was a 5-minute gap for the security guard to change shifts, but in reality he set up a trap outside. The man discovered an abnormality in the camera and cleverly countered, exposing the supervisor's plan. After the scheme failed, the supervisor switched to overt means and proposed to help the man apply for political asylum as long as he expressed fear of returning to his home country. But the man firmly replied, "I'm not afraid to go home." The bond between the two grew deeper and deeper. Men began to make a living by earning a 25-cent deposit on their luggage and cars and soon improved their lives. The supervisor was dissatisfied and arranged for someone to take over his job. The man returned to the days of relying on free food to make a living but unexpectedly exchanged it for food by helping the catering guy inquire about his preferences at the front desk. As his English proficiency improved, he gradually established himself at the airport. The supervisor still refused to give up and locked up the man on the eve of the review. On the day of the review, the supervisor discovered that an Eastern European passenger was carrying unauthorized drugs and a conflict broke out due to language barriers. The supervisor did not want to cause trouble and could only ask a man to help translate. The man cleverly translated it as giving medication to the goat to help the passenger keep the medicine. The other party hugged the man tightly and was extremely grateful, while the supervisor was caught in the middle and was furious. He directly pressed the man onto the printer, glaring at him for disturbing everything and trampling on his rights, but he did not notice that his superiors were on the side. When the man returned to the lobby, the cleaning uncle had already spread the news, making him a hero at the airport. However, the supervisor was criticized by his superiors for needing to learn humanized management. After the end of the National War, the man obtained a temporary visa to travel to New York to fulfill his father's wishes. The supervisor threatened the man to give up with his friend's misconduct and the secret of the cleaning uncle. Men choose to go home to protect their friends, but the cleaning uncle bravely forced the plane to stop in order to help him, allowing the man to leave the airport. Surrounded by all his friends, the man walked out of the airport gate and the supervisor finally let go without further obstruction. The man successfully found a jazz musician, fulfilled his father's last wish, and finally got into a taxi, firmly saying, "I want to go home."